Hello, good evening, and good welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern episode 143rd on this wonderful Sunday evening. I'm Jamie, and this week I've got a very sleepy MPV Graham. No, there he is.
Hello.
Hello, MPV Graham. How are you?
I am good. Searching for stuffed toys in a rush.
Oh, right. Sorry. my mistake. Right. And we also got Wait. 1.6 million man Ian? No, still no.
No, not quite. Still no.
God. Fucking, we'll have to revoke your gamer scorecard, you.
Yeah,
You're letting the side down tremendously.
I'm on 592. I said before the end of the year. So, but come next podcast next year, you can call me 1.6.
I'll be checking in. Don't you worry. And we've also got Radio Ross with us as well. Scottish Gruff Ross, come on in.
Hello.
Nice.
Look at him.
New setup there.
Yeah.
Nice bright Dragon Ball jumper there. Once again, I do enjoy that one. Yes, it's nice to see you all again. We're the three of the four of us are a little bit worse for wear today, so forgive if there's a few stumbles or a few slow down moments. But we're all getting older; we can't do this anymore. But we still want to come here anyway on a Sunday, 8 p.m.
Ish.
for Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern, which we record each and every Sunday. Last one of the year this year. We're going to talk about obviously the games we've been playing, some sort of video game reveal that happened recently. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll get into that. Some small little indie title and more. But let's kick things off with guess the game, shall we, gentlemen?
Let's do this shit.
And as I said before we started, I remembered not to do it today, which is exciting.
Woohoo!
So let's see if our sleep is
Tis
slightly
a
higher than mine,
miracle.
can go with this. So, if you're not familiar, while he gets it already, guess the game. It's like Wordle for guessing video game pictures, screenshots, 6 of them. Gradually get easier. You have to guess the game. So, to start,
looks like Sniper Elite.
Is it?
Well,
So that the flag was either like red faction.
is there any chance of zooming in a little bit? I don't know if it'll
just you.
Just you and me, Minor.
Well, that looks something like a swastika on the roof next to it.
Yeah. It's very destroyed. Battlefield's got a lot of destruction in it.
Yeah, Battlefield was one of my shouts. That's what I thought. Just because, as G was saying, the sheer destruction of it. Although the fact that chimney's still standing when it's down to the bare wood of the roof is very impressive.
Yeah. So what were we saying? What do you reckon?
Yeah.
It's definitely like a World War II war game by the looks of it.
Yeah, so we go for a Battlefield. I don't know which one. I can't really tell. It looks kind of like it might be a bit of an older one.
Free the World War One,
or the Bad Company, was it?
Yeah, maybe one of the bad companies. Maybe.
What are we thinking?
Let's go for it. Battlefield, Bad Company. Just go for the original one. See if we are on the right track.
Ooh. Oh. That took a turn.
PUBG.
Aye.
What the hell
93 on Metacritic.
PUBG.
I can't really.
93 is quite impressive.
So it's more. It looks more like you see that little symbol down there. That's more like a tactical like RTS type game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like what are they called? Company Heroes or something. Maybe. I don't recognise the red and the blue sort of outline thing.
I don't know.
But
it's not like I was going to say Team Fortress, but I've never played it to be able to even guess.
Too realistic.
Yeah, no,
as bad as it sounds, too realistic to be Team Fortress. It's more animated.
Yeah, let's go with something like Company of Heroes, I suppose, and see.
Yeah, do that Company of Heroes. I have no idea.
Boom!
Bang.
Boom! Well done.
That was a pure fucking fluke. That one.
Fuck do you know that?
I played the third game. I think I reviewed the third game actually. But yeah, I've never played the original one there.
See, that would have led me to be like something like World of Tanks or something. That would have fucking dragged me way off a rabbit hole.
Yeah, that would have completely taken me off.
Yeah, I would have been none the wiser. I'll just keep guessing more.
What's the other ones?
I don't think I got it.
Got some more going on here. Yeah,
No, I'll still be going wild on
Was
that.
that
Yeah, why did it not lead with these graphics? That looks fucking much better.
Yeah, compared to what the hell that building was in the second picture.
does that say 2006 there, the release?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, not
Well,
normally
it had
my
company
company,
in
but I
there.
did quite enjoy the third one when I played it.
I'm slightly tempted.
Let me.
From bad company to company heroes.
I do like a bit of RTS.
No one does.
Everybody likes RTS.
No.
Wait, no, my mistake. Sorry, did play Company of Heroes 3, but AJ actually reviewed. I think we got a couple of codes, so I had to go here. I did all right, but yeah, not really my genre of choice generally. But yeah, very good, everybody. Company of Heroes
Pretty good going.
for the
All
win
you.
there. So
Fair play.
game. Go check that game out. It's all good fun. He's got some sort of Kofi. Is it Kofi? Coffee? I don't know how you pronounce it.
Coffee type idea,
the
yeah.
sort of
Kofi Kingston.
well, he said something about extra game modes and stuff. I haven't looked into it yet, but I might try it out one day in the new year. Anyway, right, let's wake up. Let's get fucking flying, shall we? What do we want to do? Do you want to, normally we talk about Project Game Pass and what we've been playing here, or do you want to just jump straight to the news of the week and talk
But
about
I'm the only fucker that's played it.
Grand Theft Auto 6, and then we can go back to the other stuff later on? What do you want to do,
I
lads?
said I haven't played any games this week. Let's do the news.
Yeah, let's jump into the big one.
Let's do it then. So, after many years of waiting, teasing, hyping, leaks galore, we finally got the official first trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's set in a fictional version of Miami, Florida. Specifically, what's it called? Leonida, is that right?
Leonardo, Vice City.
Yeah. And the trailer was 91 seconds, and it showed off all sorts of different sort of venues and locations and characters and aerial shots and scenes of the sort of beach areas and all that sort of stuff. And I think it looked fucking amazing. To put it bluntly, I mean, a lot of people were obviously very excited for it. You had the obvious naysayers going, "Oh, it's not going to look like that." Shut up. Let's just enjoy the moment, shall we?
Didn't it break the record of most viewed in 24 hours as well?
Yes, it got 101 million views or something in 24 hours. And yeah, thoughts and opinions, gentlemen. Anyone want to jump in and say what they thought of what they showed, and then we can dive a little bit deeper if you want.
Fucking beautiful, ain't it?
It does look absolutely stunning. The best thing I seen from the trailer was people saying, like, if the beaches are that packed, can you just imagine taking one of the hypercars just from one end of the beach to the other? Just
Splats.
multiply it how many people you can just send off the pier.
But even like the night scene where the guy was getting out of the car, even that was just like packed for a lot of pavements full of people and cars and all sorts of stuff. Way more dense than GTA 5, obviously.
Yeah, it looked. I mean, if it can live up to the trailer, looks wise, it's going to be outstanding. I mean, it's still going to be a great game, even if it's not mind blowing graphically, because GTA's graphics aren't exactly. They're a weird thing.
Good, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like they're not photorealistic in regards to like the character models. The scenery in that.
No, they make it clearly that it's the game. It's not meant to be.
So they're not trying to break the mold in regards to like Unreal Engine 5 type idea where you can't decide if it's real or animated. But the landscapes are always fantastic. The storyline's going to be fantastic, regardless of any naysayers coming out about like, oh my god, we've got a female protagonist. Fucking hell, what the hell? How this can't be done? Shut up, you stupid cunts. But
Maybe no, she can't.
So
I'm hoping because there's two of them as well. I'm hoping they might be able to incorporate some kind of co-op as well.
You wish, wouldn't you? I mean, can you imagine how good that would be?
That would be nice, rather than the online side of stuff. Actually, have campaign co-op, but
just absolute carnage, but like in your own world, so you didn't have to worry about anything like coming along and fucking up. Just you enjoying like creating the carnage is what it was.
Yeah, it's despite the fact it was a short trailer, it didn't really show anything off, like in terms of how playing it. It still like was enough to get me like, oh, this is exciting. I got all giddy. I watched it about 10 times in a row. I got home and I put it on the big TV and watched it, and sort of pausing every now and then, stopping, looking at the sort of the scenes, like I said, on the bit where the planes flying over the like the Florida Keys type thing, and just sort of seeing what you could see in the background and in the water. And there's no boats. Didn't see too many boats, Ian. I'm sure there are some in there for you.
There'll be boats.
I do a bit of
Yeah,
fishing.
as long as it's not the main thing, that's fine.
Graham, I know you're not as big a GTA fan, I don't suppose, as the rest of us, but
No.
did this float your boat, so as it were?
No, it looked interesting. Yeah, there was. I mean, some of the graphics in there did look sort of impeccable, and yeah, as you said, it looks way more populated kind of areas. So you expect that, as it's been done with the likes of what they had in sort of Red Dead 2, and then amplified it, so you can see what can be done in like sort of Cyberpunk as well. Yeah. And then sort of if you can obviously make it look more natural and living environments like they kind of have, then it seems to be what people were sort of crying out for, to that kind of environment, to bring that realism a bit more there. But, as you said, there's no kind of sort of real gameplay kind of stuff in there. So it's sort of, is it a GTA game if you're not sort of doing the stupid stuff, mowing people over and just randomly hitting strangers in the street just to let them pick up and play.
Don't worry.
The basics still need to be there for it to have that same sort of joy. But
exactly.
I wasn't as excited over the trailer bit, but I mean, it's a start, and they've given us a date which they hope to stick to. That's what the best you could probably ask
vague. Very vague.
Holiday 2025, probably.
Yeah, I hope it's early.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Was anybody really that pissed off when it said 2025? I mean, were we realistically thinking it was going to be next year?
No, probably not.
I hope that was the Game Awards. Just be like, and it's out now.
It's gone. Just go. Fucking download it just now. You'd crash the internet. Like, everybody would literally shit the bed.
Yeah, but yeah, 2025 is not the end of the world. Like I said, it's not like we're not going to have anything to play in the meantime. But I am hoping it's in the earlier part of 2025.
I don't think it will be. It'll be a September, October release. Get in enough time for the Game Awards to get Game of the Year, and that'll be roughly when it comes out, I would say.
Yeah, the one was 5 and 4 by September, weren't they?
Yeah, Q3 25, I would say.
5 was definitely September. I don't know about 4, but they both got delayed from their original release dates anyway. So I'm hoping this doesn't. They've given themselves enough room to not have to announce it and then go, oh, by the way, we need another 6 months or another year.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the trailer, and obviously, like I said, it looks incredible. But I kept comparing it to like GT5 because I've not long finished that
again.
And I was like, oh man, 12-year-old game. But actually, it's Red Dead 2, which, like Graham just mentioned, that we should be comparing it because that stepped the bar up for visual. I know you guys don't enjoy the gameplay of it, but in terms of how it looked, the amount of detail they packed into that world and the characters and the horse bollocks and all that sort of stuff. And now they're going to take it back to GTA. Everything new, even more impressive like hardware to use, ray tracing, all the buzzwords, and. Yeah, I think it's going to be fucking tremendous to just to drive around and just explore. You know, I like to do a bit of exploring, and yeah, like I said, every time I watch it, I just like absolutely just like jaw dropping. This just looks incredible.
I mean, I know it's just leaks at the moment, but the sheer size of the map is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I hope it's not. It's going to be quite big, but hopefully not ridiculous. Where you have to like takes ages to get to one side.
It's going to be ridiculous. Like if you look at the comparison to the GTA 5 map, it's fucking.
I just hope they pack more in it because, like, especially with 5, even though it was huge, good 2/3 of it there was fuck all there.
Yeah,
but is that not
the sort of desert area type thing? It wasn't wasted because there was stuff there if you went looking really hard.
But is that not realistic?
Yeah, but then we get back to the Starfield thing of do we want realism or do we want like...
But that's what I'm saying, that's the trade-off. Like if they're basing it on real areas, then that's the sort of swap-off, is it not? Like if you want to have it based on somewhere that's noticeable, so obviously GTA 5 is like Hollywood. And once you get out of Hollywood and you start going to the arse end part of it, then it is going to be a lot more remote and less things in it So it's a tricky balance in it. You either make it a completely made up place and then you can do whatever the fuck you want with it, or you base it on real life topography and take the emptiness with the bustling sort of main streets and the beaches.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they handle like this, because obviously they showed the swamp areas with all the like alligators and stuff, and the flamingos, and what's it? What they called, like the hover boat type thing with the big fan on the back,
Hovercraft,
all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So you've got the big bustling city, like I said, and you've got the option to go out and just glide along the water and fight some alligators or crocodiles or whatever they are, or get eaten by them probably. Which again is another thing they did really well in Red Dead, because they, again, as you're going on a 1,000,000-mile horse ride while you're not doing anything, if you do stop, you do find random events like that to fight certain animals or bandit groups or camps or whatever you. So yes, it'll be interesting to see how they.
It's actually made me want to go back and play Red Dead, or at least give it another go.
Damn right it has.
I gave the horse simulator.
That live, or very short lived, as soon as I got to do the first mission, where it goes, I'll go over there. I was like, nope.
Yeah, I think that the opening doesn't do that game any favors, because it is quite a slow opening. But once you get into it,
I'm trying to think where I got up to. I think I got up to the point where you were going through the snow. You set up camp. You did the whole first bit where you have to go to a bar and you start fighting a bar.
Yeah.
And then I think that was about as far as I got.
The last bit where you had to get to the destination on a horse.
Yeah, and then I realised this guy's taking a fucking day and an age on the horse.
They might have changed it though. They might have given me like.
Unless they give a horse a fucking jetpack, I ain't going back to it.
Exactly. Or just, have a more intuitive fast travel system.
Yeah. Well,
all they had to do was a fade it out, and then fade it back.
Yeah, exactly. Do like Skyrim. They've got the little person at the fucking edge of the city. You jump in, you pay your 20 gold, and then you see the cart trot off, and then next thing you know, you're at the front gates of the next city.
That's it.
Yeah, I imagine they'll have a better system for G, especially if the map is that big. They're going to have some sort of fast travel or something going on.
Well, they do in G, don't they? Because obviously you get by the taxi and stuff, and then
which is exactly what it does. It shows you start to drive off, and then next thing you know, you're there if you want to.
Or if you're insane, you can sit and just look out the window and just enjoy the view.
Sit in the back
of the taxi drive. Yeah,
I may not drive up.
I don't know. I need to go do something like shit. I need to quickly go do this. So put the taxi on. Let's go off.
As far away as possible, does it go?
So no cars. It's only people taxis. The one where they got the guy lifting up the thing at the people in the back. They run everywhere from one side of the map to the other.
We've had that. I'll still play it.
As long as it went fucking quicker than the horse.
It probably would.
Yes. So, I mean, like I said, they're going to break the internet again when they release whenever the next trailer may come out. They haven't obviously said any further details.
I would imagine until E3.
I was going to say, I would say like April, May is the next time you're probably going to hear anything about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a while, which is good in a way, again, because you don't want to be overexposed. But at the same time, I'd like to get more than one more trailer in the next year, especially if it is going to be towards the end of 2025. But we'll see. I don't know if any of you guys watched Digital Foundry's sort of breakdown of the trailer.
I watched someone's breakdown. I can't remember
I would recommend it, because they go full into self-parody, as they mentioned, because they're there's that shot where that girl turns around and she's in like the bikini and her hair like sways over her shoulder and stuff. They were like, I was sitting there and I was counting. I can't believe I have to say this. I was counting the bra strap, like the pixels on the bra strap, and they're fully aware of that. They're like, we've become a full parody of ourselves at this point. But there's lots of technical, very impressive stuff in there that they called out. Like I said, the hair physics and the lighting and stuff like that. So yes, I definitely recommend going and check that out. And all the websites seem to have 10 things you didn't spot in GTA 6's trailer.
Oh,
and they're all
fucking
thinking of. Actually, this character is a girl. But you didn't know that.
That is a girl in the trailer. That's the girl you can play as. Oh,
Yeah.
the lighting and ray tracing of the walls and the window is all great, and the shadow,
the orange reflection. Anyway.
I believe it was a resurgent of all the Trevor clips coming back out again as well. That's what they
I read the thing as well that apparently that tattooed Florida man is trying to sue them now
Yeah, seen that as well.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna have much trouble. Because didn't who was it? Lindsay Lohan tried
Lindsay
to
Lohan.
GTA 5,
failed completely.
I'm try and share something very quickly. I don't know if this is gonna work.
They sort of just get a bit more money and a bit more what's called 50 minutes of fame. But they won't get anywhere. What is he doing?
He's sharing something that he's seen. He's looking very deeply concentrated.
No, they're trying to open another window to shit the bed there, so I'm not going to do that. Basically, someone remade the trailer, but in like N64 style visuals, and it was brilliant, and it was made me laugh. I was going to try and share it, but nope. As soon as I did it, it went. Bleh, so I won't.
Yeah.
I need this in my life.
Yeah.
Well, the link's in the document area, Ian. If you want to try and open it and share it from your end. It's the Twitter link. Nick Tech. He shared it from someone. I forget his name now. Who actually made the video. But yeah, I mean, it looks very good. Again, there were lots of leaks. It got leaked early because some cunt wanted to share Bitcoin or something. I don't really understand, and I don't really see what they achieved out of it. But I did appreciate Rockstar's response to be like, the trailer's leaked, so here you go, have the proper version.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Shut them down.
Yeah, they normally do.
What's their point fighting it at that point?
Well, exactly.
Anyway,
but yeah.
A lot of
years ago would be like, oh, we have to pretend it didn't happen, but a lot more are getting more open to being like, this has happened now, let's just own it. And yeah, and it's a very, very good trailer. Go check that bad boy out. Anyone else got anything else on GTA 6 before? I mean, I'm sure we're going to talk about it once or twice more over the next year or so.
I feel like that could be the case.
In the trailer, any more opinions or thoughts?
Something new, not Activision Blizzard.
No, we've had the team. We just need the details.
Yes, give us the deets, please. Yes, we might hear from them again. Like I said, in a year or so, and they go, "Here's another 10-second trailer." Tease. Anyway, there wasn't just GTA 6 revealed this week. There's plenty of other trailers and stuff revealed at the Game Awards. Did anybody watch the Game Awards?
I was not sitting watching a something like 3.5 hour show.
Especially when we already called it. I wonder how many of these things Baldur's Gate were going to win. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we watched that on our show.
Yeah, I watched like the first hour.
I've sort of skimmed through it and I've watched most of the trailers and stuff. In terms of Xbox related stuff, because obviously there was a lot of other console and format stuff. We got some pretty interesting new announcements. Obviously, Baldur's Gate 3 is out now. On the
Did you hear about that story where the guy was meant to announce when he won an award that Baldur's Gate 3 is now out on Xbox and completely forgot?
Oh, is that what happened? Because everybody was saying like they said anything.
Yeah, there's a guy when he wins one of the awards, he'll say, "Oh, by the way, I had to reward for winning Baldur's Gate 3 is now on Xbox," but then completely forgot to do it. All the hype and all the fanfare and all the kind of.
Well, I mean, they did only have like 30 seconds to go up there and say what they had to say before they got ushered off the stage.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
They seem to be getting upset about, especially when they, again, I've listened to lots of sort of podcasts and stuff, and they were all saying, what's his name? Matthew McConaughey come out and was chatting shit for like 10 minutes. And then all the people up there accepting awards were like, "Nope, get off the stage now. Don't want any more of you. Let's bring out what's his name? Gonzo, is it from the Muppets? Bring him out. Get him on the screen." Anyway,
it was like after like I think it said like had like 20 seconds, and it was like wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Like,
obviously, Chris Judge
just started saying thank you. I've just got on the stage. Give me a chance.
Chris Judge fucked it up last year for doing like an 8-minute acceptance speech rather than just getting on and off. But anyway, in terms of Xbox related goodness, we got a new trailer for Hellblade 2. Did anybody watch that? It looks fucking incredible.
And that was a gameplay trailer, wasn't it?
Yeah, in terms of the technical aspect they've got. I mean, they showed like some actual gameplay and some more sort of trippy cutscenes and that, but the actual tech they got on show here. I know we were just talking about GTA 5's tech, but this is like on a whole nother level.
Oh yeah, I mean that's going to be impressive when it launches.
Yeah, it looks absolutely great. Didn't get a proper date. We just got 2024, but it's been we first heard about it like 4 years ago at this point. So hopefully hopefully it's this year. Next year, and they actually stick to it in a relatively decent time frame. And don't make us wait till the end of the year, because I think it could be. I mean, I forget who played the first one. Anyone here played the first Hellblade?
A little bit, not.
I think Dan did, but
Dan loved it.
Yeah, it was a really good game and relatively short as well. But what they're doing with this one looks like they're just gonna fucking turn out to 11. So yeah, really good trailer. Definitely highly recommend go and watch it. And they also had like a bit of a stage show thing with some live music and like dances and stuff, which was quite interesting. Interesting to watch. We got Kojima on there for 4 hours talking about a game that he hasn't actually announced.
That looks incredible.
So it's
no idea what it's about, bro.
OD, which was like the rumored one. The title, was Overdose, and it's a Hideo Kojima game. Of course, you got to mention it. You can't talk about this game without saying Hideo Kojima every 5 sentences.
Yep.
He is some sort of mix between live action film, games, cloud. They're using the cloud for some feature of it, which they didn't obviously explain. And he's also teaming up with various famous directors. And the one he brought out on stage was Jordan Peele from who directed Get Out on Us and Nope. And he does a lot of comedy stuff as well, which is where I first.
That's Key and Peele, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like his like their comedy stuff. I've not seen any of his horror. His horror
films fantastic. They've always got outstanding twists in them.
I really need to check him out, because I like that sort of style.
Get Out was fantastic. With I forgot his name, the English actor. He was in Black Panther. But if you get a chance, watch Get Out. It's incredible.
I'm alright, thanks.
I would like to. I'm not really a big film guy, as you know, but he says wearing a Jaws t-shirt. But I would like to check some of them out. But yeah, this game's sort of like a horror tinged game. I think Jordan Peele said it was like utterly terrifying, utterly unique, and utterly like something else, some other utterly Hideo Kojima probably.
Project Game Pass. Yeah, I mean it's in partnership with Xbox. Like I said, they're using their cloud service or cloud technology to do something behind it, and the teaser was just various actors, which I can't remember any of the names of now, but like their face on the camera, and they were just reciting a little poem or something, and then it ended with the last one sort of screaming as a door opened, and that people thought that was live action. Apparently, it's actually like the Unreal Engine style, like metahuman, like facial capture. It looked brilliant. So yeah, definitely one for Ian there. Yep.
We got a bit of a swing and a miss, I guess, for me at the minute. Marvel's Blade in development by Arcane Leon. Obviously, Arcane Leon make Deathloop Dishonored fucking tremendous.
I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know anything about it, so
I cannot believe you do not know anything about Blade.
Wesley Snipes film, though, at least, Jay.
Yeah.
Just watch the Wesley Snipes film. The first one. Second one's alright, third one's shit.
It's got Ryan Reynolds.
I must admit, before this, I didn't realise it was actually a Marvel film.
Oh, yeah. Triple H.
Oh, was that the one Triple H is in? I haven't seen it, but I do remember seeing clips of him.
He's like fucking Pomeranian.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
You're not missing much of his pants.
It was shit. and I love the Blade franchise. Like anytime Blade's made an appearance in anything, he's quite prevalent in like the animated Spider-Man and stuff like that.
So to fill me in, who is Blade? What is his?
So Blade is a vampire that has the unique ability to not have any reaction with the sun. So the vampires refer to him as a daywalker. But his mum was a vampire. I'm right in saying, his mum was a vampire.
His mum got bit as she was giving birth.
Just before
he gave birth to him, so he was like a half.
So he's got all the benefits of a vampire: super senses, strength, things like that. He heals, but he does have like the negatives. So he still has to like consume blood, X, Y, and Z. But he doesn't have any like aversion to silver or sunlight. And then he basically goes around sort of wiping out the vampire threat.
Okay.
And their familiars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. So, Graham, is this more up your street then? I know you're not a big Dishonored or Deathloop guy.
Yeah, as long as the less stealth in it, the more I'd be into it.
That's the only thing. So I get it's Arcane and they've got such a history for their stealth, but for the life of me, I cannot understand how you make a stealthy Blade game.
They won't. It'll be all high action.
He's all guns, he's explosives, and he runs around with a samurai sword lopping
That's what I
people's
mean. It's
heads
going to
off.
be more hack and slash.
Yeah, I cannot see any stealth elements of Blade.
But have our King done anything sort of hack and slashy that's any good?
I mean, I suppose you could do Death. I suppose you could do Dishonored. You didn't have to do it stealth.
Yeah.
No, true.
Yeah, but I
but
mean,
then
you
would it
could
go
leave a
first
trail of
person
the-
Blade or third person Blade?
Yeah, you could do a stealth. You could do a complete destruction of everybody in Dishonored. It didn't give you a very good ending, but none stop you doing it.
Yeah, and supposedly, like if you see some of the clips like proper using the powers to the fullest, it does look like a hectic, like action type game. But obviously, if you're doing that, you're playing it wrong. So don't play it like that. Great.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, it is. I think they have announced it is a third-person game as well, so it's not a first-person.
Okay, I've announced it's third. Okay, fair enough.
So, yeah, so I'm definitely interested because of Arcane, but again, because I don't really have any affiliation with Blade, I'll keep my eye on it. I mean, Game Pass, definitely play it. And I hope
It's got to be Game Pass.
Yeah, and I hope it gets Arcane a bit more love, especially after the shit show of Redfall early. Although, granted, that was the Austin sort of subsidiary of them. We also got a new reveal of an action RPG called No Rest for the Wicked from the people who made Ori and the Blind Forest and all that, Moon Studios. I think it was just a CG trailer, but it's exciting to see them try something different.
Because that's about a change of pace, is it not?
Yeah, it's like a fully 3D action RPG rather than a 2D Metroidvania style game. But yeah, it looks. I mean, the trailer looked pretty decent. Don't think there was any information on anything, but that's probably more up your street there. Yeah, something to keep an eye on. And did anybody check again, Ian? This one's definitely for you. Jurassic Park Survival.
Hi. Oh, fuck off, my
Stealth action. Stealth horror. Set just after. It says set the day after the events of Steven Spielberg's 1993 film, and the trailer.
I'm all in on that.
Moments from the film, like with the picture here with the red flare and the truck and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'll just suggest one. That's in Jurassic Park, Alien Isolation. Yeah. You're really in there, aren't you?
Nope.
Just
film.
minding your own business.
Can't even
just casually cutting along.
No, I think it's an overrated film, so no chance.
Whoa!
Oh, hang on a minute. Like I said, I'm not a film guy, but you can't besmirch Jurassic Park like that. Not the first one, anyway. Maybe the rest of them, but not the first one.
The rest of them are shite.
First one's fantastic. What was the second one?
Mainly because it's Ian, isn't it? The second one. See, no one knows what happens in the second one.
I always get the order mixed up. Was second one the was second one the one where the little kid goes missing? Was that the third one?
Why, Dan? Calm down.
No idea.
No
idea.
Sorry, Dan. Love
but
you,
yeah, anyway, this game. I mean, it's just another CG trailer, but it looks, if they can keep the tension up that they showed in the trailer, it should be pretty interesting indeed.
Yeah, zero interest. So yeah,
and yeah, so yeah, that was pretty much the long and the short of it in terms of Xbox related stuff. Yeah, anybody got anything that they? I mean, were you surprised that Baldur's Gate won 50 million awards? Were you all as excited as I was? Definitely was Ian that Pikmin 4 won best strategy game or best family game, I should say.
I'm really glad that Alan Wake won a couple of awards. They should have won best score music, which is ridiculous why they didn't win that. But apart from that, I'm fucking glad they won best narrative.
Have we seen the hatred that?
Go on, so go on.
I was just going to say the fact that the Sony fanboys are livid that Spider-Man never won anything.
Oh, fucking hell.
Spider-Man.
Bless him.
But
no, I'm really glad Alan Wake won a few awards. I'm pissed they didn't win the music one because if you play the game, you'll know exactly
what did win the music one.
Oh, so I think it was Final Fantasy, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
fucking hell.
Did you see the live action version of whatever that song is from Alan Wake 2 where they were all dancing? I guess it's something in the game, like a weird, like trippy sequence, but that was quite enjoyable. She had Sam Lake, old Max Payne himself, come out and do a little bit of a dance with him. Yeah, it was a nice little. Again, I guess if you played the game, you probably understand what it is in reference to. But it was entertaining enough.
Brilliant. Hi-Fi Rush won audio design, which I'm glad they did because brilliant music game.
Very nice.
I mean, Baldur's Gate was always going to win it, no matter what. As soon as it was announced that was part of it.
I'd be interested to see how much it won by, considering it was up against like Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder and stuff. I don't think they released breakdowns of the vote totals.
I think Tears of the Kingdom would have been the only thing that would have possibly challenged it.
And the Wake won quite a few awards, though. So I don't know. It'd be interesting, like you say. I'm glad Sonic Superstars didn't win because that's a crock of shit game.
Sonic, but we did get loads of Sega teasers though for new games. Streets of Rage.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Why did you have to set them off, Ian?
Golden Axe, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi,
Sega Minute,
and Shinobi.
Jet Set Radio? No.
Yeah, Jet Set Radio. Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, the Shinobi one I thought looked awesome because that looked more like 2D, like Dotemu style of like Streets of Rage and stuff. But I'm going to have slightly reserved judgment on the 3D Golden Axe and Streets of Rage because, they've not had great history with putting them in 3D in the past.
You never know. Times have changed.
They did say and more. So that's the 5 they've revealed so far. And they said and more to come in soon. So, I mean, obviously we're going to get Burning Rangers remake. Panzer Dragoon Saga, perhaps.
I'm not sure you could take if that happened.
if Burning Rangers is to come back,
I
literally might have to change my pants like just constantly. Every time I put a new pair on, like, nope, change these again now. That would be that would be one of the most exciting days of my life. But it's not going to happen. I'll be very surprised if it does. Although there's that guy remaking it, like a fan remake, so maybe they've partnered up with him.
You forgot which game won the award for gamers that you wouldn't leave alone with children?
What?
Even I'd confused on this context.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who looked at
a game that won. Said they get your favourite game that won for gamers that you wouldn't leave alone with children.
What was that?
A certain Nintendo Switch title.
Well, Pikmin.
Yeah. Didn't that win an award as well?
That's what I said, yeah. One best family game, wasn't it? Was it family game or
strategy?
That's not the title.
Best strategy, no chance.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
I don't know what it was. It was something, wasn't it?
That's what I said.
It was something like that. It was something like best strategy. Wasn't it?
Yeah, he's done it again. He's fucked his mic. He's trying to kill us all. Thank you, Jay. That's greatly appreciated for that one.
I thought it was me.
As soon as the mic went, I thought it's fucking Jay. Just get him muted. Fucking hell, Jay, man. It's all the power getting drawn to that fucking Christmas tree you've got in the background. Fucking running interference. I don't know why he's turned his light off. The light's not the issue. It's the fucking microphone.
Doesn't work. Turn the light.
Oh my god, turn the lights out. It'll fix it.
It's because the sound there just broke his light bulb.
Fucking blew the bulbs.
I unplugged the wrong one, sorry. Anyway, hear me now on my back. Am I ready? I'm guessing not.
Yeah, we're all still traumatized. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. Anyway, what are we talking about? Pikmin, right? Karen talking about Pikmin. No, let's move on. Move on from the Game Awards. Yeah, anyone got anything else to add before we move on and talk about things we've been playing, I suppose?
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's it for the news.
Nice.
Oh, other than your favourite one coming back, the FTC haven't given up. We're talking about the revenge. FTC
are they still going? Are they?
Well, apparently they're still looking to block the deal. From what I saw, a couple of news bits.
It's a bit late.
Yeah, I think they might have missed the mark on that one somehow.
Yep.
I saw a couple of articles like it's still not over. It's like they're coming back.
Yeah,
like a revenge story.
They refuse to let it fucking die.
Missing it. I was like, has it been long enough? We need to keep bringing this back up.
let's keep it coming. Keep it coming. Yeah. Well, let's not talk about that yet again because we've talked about that enough. Thank you very much, please, and thank you. Ross, before we talk about video games we've been playing this week, do you want to give me a quick energy boost of a pluggle because I need something to keep me going through this?
I can do that for you, good sir. So,
Wonderful.
patreon.com/Xbox Tavern. If you want to jump over there and support us with your hard-earned money, it's greatly appreciated. Apple and Spotify podcasts, if you could leave a wee 5-star review and a wee comment underneath, gets us more exposure and gets us higher up the sort of podcast charts so we get into more people's ears. All written reviews can be found at xboxtavern.com, which Jay will have a list of later on in the show. Socials have been running along the bottom of the screen from the start of the show. You'll find us all the big places: X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever it may be, in some variation of at Xbox Tavern or at Xbox Tavern Official. And Only Dan's, yep, you'll find the Only Dan's page there. I've not heard from him in a while, so he must be putting out some amount of content. Busy boy, busy boy.
Stuff out there.
Don't know how he does it. As long as he's not putting up cookery tips, we'll be fine. Discord, jump over. You can join us in our Guess the Game if you've seen it at the start of the show. Disappointed the boys this week. They've not obviously played the Project Game Pass game for this month, otherwise they would have got the question a bit earlier than they did, but we shall soldier on, get some sort of result.
We shall what, sorry?
Exactly. And last but by no means least, insert a coin for 10% off if you use promo code XBTIC23. Are they still doing the promotion with the hats, Jay? I haven't seen anything else.
I don't know.
I'm sure new one now. Something about socks or something, I think I read.
Yeah, they're changing up quite a lot. And they've also got one for some Yakuza stuff on. I think if you use the code like Kiryu-chan or something, it gives you some discount on Yakuza items. But yeah,
in the process of moving house, it's not a good idea to go and sort of empty your bank account on various different gaming hoodies and t-shirts. So I've tried to avoid it.
But in the new year,
yes,
need some fresh
new house,
threads.
new hoodie. I feel like it's only fair.
Damn right. And in a rare twist, I think today's one of the first days in months where I'm not wearing a single bit of insert coin clothing. Not a single piece. I've let myself down. I'm terribly sorry. I'll fix it for when we come back in the new year.
I'm wearing a stunning StarCraft hoodie though. Hey, Tammy, sorry.
Damn right we are. Damn right.
I've got underneath. Can't really see.
You're just showing it.
It's just a black t-shirt.
I've got a little thing here. There we go.
That's hidden by your mic. There we go. Fourth time's a charm.
Thank you for lifting your top up for me there, Ian. That will serve me well for the rest of the evening. Right, gentlemen. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Again, as Ross alluded to, has anybody else touched Project Game Pass other than him? Bit of Remnant 2. Yeah. I guess not from the silence there. I mean, I must admit I haven't either, but I've been sucked into another game that I'll talk about in a little bit. So, Ross, any thoughts on Remnant before we wrap it out for the year and then talk about it more when we come back?
Yeah, I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil anything. Picks up from the last game in regards to, I don't really know if you can call it the big bad because it's more of an elemental thing, but visual wise, game's absolutely stunning. Still as dark and gritty as I remember from the first one. Your protagonist again get to do a very basic sort of character creation at the start of the game, but certainly started off on a strong foot in regards to the story. As I was saying, looks-wise, incredible. The only thing I haven't really had a chance to jump into is the multiplayer side of it yet. But if the multiplayer is just the same as last year, then it'll be, or the last game, sorry, it'll be a fantastic experience, and I can't wait to get my ass handed to me numerous times.
Very nice indeed. Yes, I haven't got any further than the tutorial I started at. So, how far until you have to unlock co-op? Is it much past?
I'm not too sure. I haven't actually checked. I would imagine it's not so much a story. There's an area that you need to reach that I think is probably the end of the tutorial type idea. And once you've reached there, I would imagine that would open up the multiplayer side. There's 2 ways to do the multiplayer. You can do sort of get help type idea. So you need something called a world stone, and that's where you do the multiplayer menu, or there is basically just a sort of join your friends or open it up to like a party type idea. So I would imagine once you get past that initial tutorial area, that'll be where you get it.
Very nice, very nice. Yes, we definitely need to play at some point, very, very soon. Because as if you're not familiar, Project Game Pass, we pick a game from Game Pass each and every month. We play it, we discuss it, and we rate it. We're going to have a slight change to how we do Project Game Pass going from New Year, but we'll sort of discuss that on the first episode of the next year's podcast when we're back. I don't know what date that is. I haven't actually looked at the date 7th of January. So yeah, when we're back there, we'll fill you in on all the details when we've 100% confirmed between ourselves. But yeah, it'd be good. I'm looking forward to them out and playing some co-op. And yeah, we'll go from there. Thank you very much, Mr. Scottish Gruff. Right, who we got on the list? Ian, you said you ain't playing anything this week.
Nope, not really at all. I've been so busy, and I've been binge watching the Scott Pilgrim anime, so I really haven't had a chance to do anything really this week. So
no wonder he's not hit
Scott Pilgrim,
1.6 million yet.
I know,
exactly. No achievos for watching the anime, man.
No, just watching.
How is the anime before we move on?
Amazing, absolutely good. If you like the film, you will love it because they've got all the same characters back, all the same actors, actually. Yeah, actually, really good. Really surprising because there's a bit of a twist in it. Really well, good. It kind of makes me want to pick up the actual other comics they've made.
Yeah.
So yeah,
very nice, very nice. Yeah, I did enjoy the original film way back when.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite films. I love it. So I've actually done nothing really this week at all. It's really weird. The week's gone so quickly as well. I'm like, how the fuck is it already?
Before you know it, we're in some fucking dingy bar at 1 a.m. drinking all sorts of stupid shots and
multiple blue drinks.
And paying for it the next day.
You never drink blue drinks. Never.
Yeah.
No. Well, I drank about 8 of last night.
I say a little bit obsessed with the blue, but it's good. We had good fun. Anyway, all right, let's go around to Graham now, shall we? Graham.
Yes.
I understand. A little birdie told me that you might have finished a certain Like a Dragon game.
I did. I finished it yesterday. The final sections of it, as you were saying, there's only 5 chapters to it, and I finally put it to bed and finished it off yesterday. And it was a proper tearjerker. Right at the end. It's not often, or it's extremely rare that games kind of get to me like that, but there was a scene in that one that definitely made me well up a little bit on that one.
I'm glad you said that first, because when you were I did exactly the same despite not knowing all the history and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to tell him I started crying because that's ridiculous. And then you were like, oh, I was crying. I was like, I did the same.
I can only think of one scene in a game that sort of triggered me that way.
Don't say it. That's not here. Don't do it.
What? No. No. Oh, if you don't get emotional at the Morden scene in Mass Effect, you're a heartless, soulless human being.
I'm staying out of this conversation.
So great. You enjoyed it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that was why it was in my almost list in my favourite games of the year kind of thing, just because it's almost like a half game of a full title, but it's still pretty lengthy considering it is what it is. It's like a sort of a tie-in, and yeah, for a tie that's free on Game Pass, that's it's pretty good value and pretty good. The graphics are good and the gameplay is just as great as I remember, and the story and the twists you just don't never see them coming.
Yeah, again, as we were saying last night, every time it was like, but now this has happened. I can't keep up. Yeah, fucking really well done. Really, really well done.
So yeah, amazing at the twists, and yeah, awesome. And there's plenty of side stuff if you even want to go back and finish those bits off. And it's unlocked the trial version for the demo of the game that's coming next year, which I'm looking forward to. The million thingy.
Infinite Wealth, yeah.
Infinite Wealth, that one, yeah. So I started it, but as I started it, I passed out earlier, so I didn't get a chance to fully sort of test that bit out.
Yeah, I've left it installed so I can try it, and I'd like to, and obviously you can access some of like the arcade games from the main menu, can't you? Like Daytona and Fighting Vipers and that. So yeah, might every now and then dip in and have a quick go on some of them. But yeah,
it's one of what I want to start playing very soon.
Yeah, highly recommend it. Definitely. Have you played any others, Ian?
No, this will be the first one.
Yeah, so kind of like me. Then you're going in fresh, pretty much.
Yeah, and the fact you can still do that and still get involved in it. So I mean, that's the.
And because then it's a better Shenmue, it might be a bit more fun.
Well, hang on. Let's not. I know. It's definitely a take on Shenmue. I wouldn't necessarily say I prefer it, but
he's such a liar.
I just want to get to the bit where I take pictures of that Japanese lady.
Hey, oh.
That's it. Finished.
Oh, the cabarets. Yeah, you'll enjoy the cabarets.
Yeah, as you said before, Gray, it's definitely a procrastination simulator is the way forward because so much shit you can do that you don't have to do. And it's all fun as well. It's not like it's random nonsense. It's like the billiards game I was enjoying and the mini golf and all that sort of stuff. They're quite good games in their own right, and then they're wrapped up in this fucking massive sort of action RPG style.
So frustrating. You lost yourself playing like an hour's worth of golf, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I haven't progressed anything. Just sitting around playing golf. Yeah.
I was quite enjoying the darts as well. I unlocked some like super top tier darts and doing the competitions against some of the characters. It's just stupid. Don't need all this.
That's not the way it's done because you have to hold one side steady and then time the thing right in the perfect slot. That's cool. Yeah. It's quite a clever skill mini game to it.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm saying. It's like its own game within a game that's within a game, and it just goes and goes. So yeah, definitely start it, and I highly recommend it. So are you gonna try? Oh, well, I suppose we haven't really got much time.
I'm not going to do all the finishing off the tying off those bits. I'm definitely going to give the new game a proper look when I get the chance, but. Due to the next game I'm kind of reviewing, I really have to sort of put all my time and effort into that.
Yeah. Yes, well, we'll get to that very, very shortly indeed. Ross, do you want to go next? What have you been playing this week?
I've
Remnant 2.
I've jumped in a wee bit of Skyrim.
Oh my god.
That's always good.
So no, I got the sort of anniversary edition. Once like they managed to bleed more money out of me. And I was like, I'm going to have a little nosy at this creation club and see what all the shit is that we can throw into the game. So I've not spent any money on any of the creation club stuff, just the stuff that comes as part of the anniversary edition. And holy shit, it's like another like 20-25 hours worth of fucking gameplay. It's fucking incredible.
So much stuff.
I mean, it doesn't change much in regards to like the game, but like some of the storylines are fantastic. I like the whole. I can't remember what it's. I don't want to say it's Saints and Sinners, but it's like a Saints and Sinners type quest. You get like good armor, bad armor, like deciding like whatever that's called, that quest. There's just so much fucking added stuff part of the anniversary edition. Some of the stuff they've added in the Creation Club, not even so much. Well, they've changed it now. It's now just under Creation. That's what it's called. So all your mods that are made for the community that are free are just tied in with the Creation Club stuff. But I mean, just all the different types of armor that's included now, and what you get from the anniversary edition. They do stuff that you can do, even like you can put armor on your horse and things like that. New weapons, the different houses you can now unlock. So instead of just having the shitty one in Whiterun, there's fucking,
the one where you can do the building. Yeah, you can do all that different.
Yeah, you can actually customize your own house and shit like that. It's pretty
like
cool.
Alchemy Tower. I remember doing that, messing around with it.
Yeah,
I played a couple months ago.
But yeah, just seeing how much the community has added into that game in regards to the Creation Club side, it's well worth another jump. And I had sort of a character that I just finished off playing, but I'm sort of going to go through the creation side of it, look at all the different mods. None that are like, you know, you get ones where it's like the ring of infinite carry weight type idea. You put the ring on and you can carry like every item in the fucking game. not looking for stuff like
the
that.
one where all the dragons turn into Thomas Tank Engine.
Yeah, so I'm not looking for shit that's like
fucking scary as well.
That breaks immersion like that, but stuff that adds in like new elements to the game.
Immersion. Thomas Tank Engine.
Yeah, Thomas Tank Engine. You're just getting ready for the fight with Alduin, and all you hear is hoot hoot. He comes flying over the cliffs. Exactly. Fat Conductor standing at it's like Parthenax changes into the Fat Conductor.
Hola, how dare you?
But no, I just I don't know why I decided to jump back in it. I think I sort of had the Starfield type of buzz of I wanted a really big game to play, but I didn't want a futuristic game. So like my normal would be like fall back on Fallout. And I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna jump back into Skyrim, see what it's like. And for all the graphical side doesn't hold up. Like something as small as like running up the mountains and like you don't leave footprints in the snow. It's even at that, it's still just an absolutely incredible game. Wholeheartedly fell back in love with why like Skyrim's one of the best games I've ever played.
I saw a load of VR AI versions of Skyrim that looked pretty epic.
I mean, it jumping back into it has like drived up. I don't know when we'll ever see the next Elder Scrolls game. I mean, I could be fucking 50 by then, but wherever it does come out, it's going to be something just. It's going to be special.
To take that to the next level, it has to be something.
I mean, I don't know. The thing is, going off on a little bit of tangent to do with sort of the Elder Scrolls series. Where do they go next? Like they've done Tamriel, they've done Morrowind, they've done Skyrim. So like, are you going to focus it on like the Argonian area or?
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't it like Hammerfell or something? There were rumors.
So the Redguard area.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've looked at any sort of Elder Scrolls lore or anything.
Hammerfell would be interesting.
I'm sure it's Hammerfell as well, and like elsewhere and all that. But I suppose that's part of Morrowind as well, don't it?
Yeah, that's Morrowind type idea. That's because that's like I hadn't, as much as I had completed the DLC. I had never really deep dived into the Dragonborn DLC, so I'd done the whole thing with Marak and finished that storyline, but I never explored the island that you're on. And obviously how close it is to the Red Mountain and the Morrowind type idea. But I mean, I wished, like, having seen like a little bit of that, I'd be quite happy if they ever wanted to like remaster the old Morrowind type idea or things like that. Because as much as I never got into Oblivion, but I think it was because it was a skill based issue. So when it first launched, I wasn't a good enough gamer to play that sort of game. So it sort of missed me. And then I went back to it and enjoyed it. But at the time, I missed it. So Morrowind was, again, a step too far back for me. So if they ever want to sort of deep dive back into that, then instead of printing 19 million copies of Skyrim, just like do one version of that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Release it on every format known to man.
And Tamriel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we'll see. We'll see when we get more information. I mean, that'll be way beyond fucking GTA 5, GTA 6.
Oh yeah, 2027.
Easily.
Elder Scroll.
Yeah, I could see it in 2027.
When did they first announce the trailer?
2018.
Maybe 28.
Fallout 76 come out with it, but yeah. So. Hopefully we don't have to wait that long, but we are definitely going to have to wait.
We are definitely going to be waiting that long.
But yeah, I'm excited to check it out when it comes up. The
fact that the only thing we've seen is it basically going over a cliff and it's saying Elder Scrolls. That was it.
Yeah, and the only reason they even did that was to try and stem some of the hate that they were expecting, I think, for Fallout.
Exactly.
And then COVID happened as well, so they used that as an excuse to delay games.
Yeah, but now Starfield's out the way. Obviously, they got DLC and stuff coming. Hopefully they can get properly cracking with the new Elder Scrolls. Nice. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I had to dip out quickly. Was it the special edition you're playing? Like the
anniversary edition.
Anniversary edition. Sorry. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So you get like loads of stuff for the Creation Club type idea added in it.
Yeah. Very nice. Good. All right. Thank you very much. Right. I'm going to jump in now quickly if that's all right. And I've been playing a game that I wasn't expecting to enjoy. But it's a Ubisoft like open world sort of shooter. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. Very graciously given a copy, obviously by Ubisoft, and it is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. I think that's what it's called, something like that.
See if you'd have asked me to play this game after the first film, I'd have been all over it. And then the second film was absolute dog shit, and it sort of just ruined the sort of Avatar world for me.
See, I've seen the first film. I think I've watched the whole thing. I must have done at some point, and it was all right. I don't remember any of it. But what I like about the game is how fucking stunning it looks. It like the world they built with all like the vegetation and the skylines, and you obviously got like the floating islands and stuff, so you can get really high and see everything, and it just looks incredible. Again, Digital Foundry did a good breakdown of the PC version so far, but it's sort of like this generation's Crisis almost, like in terms of how impressive it is and how well it runs on the console. But the actual gameplay itself is like Far Cry mixed with a little bit of like survival like type gameplay, like you like Green Hell and stuff. You got to eat some food to keep your sort of stamina up, but it's real like basic stuff. It's not anyway, you don't have to be worrying about bleeding or drinking water and eating and sleeping and all that stuff. It's literally just you pick some fruit and you eat it, and then you're sort of
cop-outs
good for a half hour or so, and then you have to keep it topped up, especially if you're getting into lots of fights. The combat feels very Far Cry. You get access to a bow and arrow straight away, and then later on you get a machine gun and a shotgun, and I think there's something else at some point. And yeah, it's all just fast. You sort of run in, you slide in, you're climbing up trees and getting sort of vantage points. There's various bases and stuff to destroy or to take over, I should say, which they're sort of destroying. Is it Pandora, the world, isn't it? Yeah. They're destroying Pandora, so you destroy these bases, and then the life comes back to the flora and fauna around and stuff. And again, they're very much like the Far Cry like outposts, basically. So you can either sneak in and kill everyone without being spotted, or you can try and sneak in as I do and then immediately get spotted and just shit hits the fan and just charge around. I forget the name of the human faction now, but they're basically the bad guys in the game. So they've got all sorts of robots and massive weaponry to fight back with you, and it's quite hard. I've died quite a few times because my character seems to be made of fucking glass, and anytime she gets anywhere near a bullet, she just explodes. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the actual flow of the gameplay. Again, exploring the world and sort of discovering side missions and side objectives and stuff is pretty fun. They're very heavy on cutscenes early on. I think there's a good half hour where you pretty much walk forward and you get another 5-minute cutscene, and you walk forward and you get another 5-minute cutscene. But they're very well done. They're very technically impressive, and for what it's worth, the story is interesting enough to sort of keep me like engaged. So I'm not sort of drifting off while they're waffling on about looking for whatever, as unobtainium or whatever shit it is.
Yeah, I think it's like that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying the flow of the gameplay. I'm not very far in. I've only played a few hours, and the map is fucking huge. I thought I'd explored quite a lot, and I've opened it up, and I was like, yeah, like the screen was full, and I'd explored maybe a quarter of it, and then I realized I could zoom out, and there's actually I've explored like 1/20th of it. It's
fuck.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Definitely, that if you're into sort of Far Cry style of game, definitely something that you'll find some enjoyment here, even if you don't really care for Avatar like me. You can do co-op as well. I've unlocked. You have to do like an hour or so of missions before you get to co-op, but that would be quite fun, I think, to whip around and bow and arrow some fools in the face with a buddy. But yeah, it surprised me actually how much I'm enjoying it. And I think James is doing our review, so he's going to be getting that over to us at some point, hopefully this week. But yeah, definitely go check it out if you're into Far Cry and you're into Ubisoft collectathons and unlocking maps and looking at very pretty plant life.
I mean, stunning. Like visually, it looks stunning.
Yeah, it really is impressive visually, and I obviously I won't. You can't really spoil it, but early on you're in like a facility, like one of the humans' facilities, and then you have this moment where you escape, and as you burst out of the facility, it's just like almost like a religious experience, because it's just like the sunlight bursts out, and all of the pretty like plants and trees and all the weird wildlife and stuff just start go by, and it's just like, this just looks amazing. It absolutely looks stunning. Yeah, really, really impressive technically, but a very fun game as well. So go check that bad boy out in between the 50 million other games that have come out this year that we all need to play, because too many games. God damn it. Anyway, Graham, should we go back to you? Get in the bin.
No, get in the queue.
Get in the games bin. Get in the queue, yeah. So yes, you've been playing a little bit of Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Since it was surprise dropped on the Xbox the other day. How are you finding it so far?
Did you pick it up, did you?
I did. Well, thanks to a little help from our leader over there.
If you know a person, if you know someone.
So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a far cry away from the OGs that I used to play on the PC with a big old fat 5-disc book thing that they used to exist on. But, I mean, it's, everything and more than we expect. Visually, intense and amazing on there. You've got your whole character customization piece that you could literally spend like easily an hour just fine-tuning exactly what you want. There's so many different races, sub-races, classes, and then the bits, the spells in between. Let's get into that part. It seems like they've taken Cyberpunk's lead of having a bit of fun with the genitalia. Just to be inclusive, you can be non-binary too, so inclusivity in there. And just to sort of stomp on that, you can then sort of choose, like with your high elf, which I was making at the time, a high elf warlock, you can choose which vulva or penis they can have with a variety of 4 of each, of A to sort of D on each one. And it was confusing me at first because they put the option the wrong way around. And so my guy's fully clothed, and it's like penis A, penis B. I was like, you can't see anything. It's like, it's wearing clothes. It's like, what is going on? I was like, and then there's an option. If you scroll a bit further down, it says remove clothes, on or off. So, off. Oh, okay, there you go. Hello.
I was
the penis.
I was unaware of that as well. Sitting there like playing it with my wife, and she was like, so what is this? And I was basically just giving her an idea what it is, and I was like, customer creation. It's like setting all this up, and I was like, oh, it's giving you that option. Then scrolled down and flicked close off. Like, oh, there we go. Yeah, that's it in your face.
Yes. Good morning. Hello.
And then just to top it off, after doing that, I clicked the right analog stick to rotate them, and I realised everything swings. So,
okay. Yeah.
Take somebody's eye out with that thing.
So yeah, the twig and berry is proper flapping in the wind if you rotate your character backwards and forwards.
Good jiggle physics.
Yeah, so they've included that. So yeah, nice to go to that level of detail. Not sure how valuable that will be in the game, but like I said, they've gone all out on the details. But that's just the character creation, and then obviously the visual looks and everything else. You can give them, I can't remember what it's called, the metachromia, where you can give them different color eyes, and there's so much different stuff that you can deep dive into. Sort of.
I mean, as we touched on before the show started, Gray, like the level of customization is mind blowing. If you want to go in and make like your own unique character, it's outstanding. And
then there's a bit of a soul drop moment after I spent I probably did about a good half hour, 40 minutes on it. And then it goes, create your bodyguard. And then it just almost like goes right back to the start. I goes, I have to create a second one. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I kind of fast tracked the second one. I couldn't go for it again. I was like, I just need to play some of the games and get going.
Okay.
And then,
what class did you pick?
I think I had the same sort of experience, and then when I got into it, I was like, I wanted to try and make because it's not a familiar. They're called. What's it called? Are they just called Bodyguard or something?
It was just called Bodyguard, I think. Create your bodyguard.
Yeah. Because I wanted to get I can't remember what the race is called, but basically it's the ones that look like dragons.
Dragonborns, I think.
Is that what they are? Dragonborn.
They were Dragonborn. There's another there's lizardy kind of one, but there's a Dragonborn one.
Yeah.
And
So I just basically randomized it through until I got one of the dragon guys, and I was like, right, that's it. I've got that. I don't care what his fucking stats are. I'm just happy that he looks like a dragon.
Yeah, but obviously, the more you put into it, the more you get out to it. You'll probably get an attachment if you go the whole hog and customize it. But I just needed to get in on the game to sort of
an hour and a half after setting my character up. I was at the point now, right? Like, fuck, come on, let's actually start playing this.
And then you're sort of embraced into the life of being trapped into the mind flayer, and those a bit squeamish around the eyes are definitely in for a world of fun on the kind of the beginning of that intro. As the mind flayer sends a parasite that sort of goes in through your eye, which it gives you a nice first person view of it.
Oh yeah, it doesn't hold back.
Water, no, proper full on, and you kind of watch it all kind of unfold, and it's very detailed, a very good kind of cutscene, and then kind of hold your hand a little bit to start off to sort of what to expect, and then it was back to the Baldur's Gate kind of. I remember sort of scouting around, looking for things, it's like rummaging around, find everything you can to sort of suit your character up, and then prepare for battle, and sort of you've got to get to a certain place in a certain time frame, and that's what sort of the turn-based combat. So I mean, I don't like turn-based combat. You may not sort of get on too well with that, but to me it was alright. I don't mind kind of XCOM and that kind of style. The bit that kind of overwhelms is the amount of options you can kind of do when it's your turn.
Oh yes.
It's like you got your normal attack or your ranged attack, and then you sort of hit the right bumper, you got all different spells, and then there's 3 different like wheels of different things you can do. I was like,
evade, jump, fucking roll. It's like, holy fuck,
Sneak,
man! Just like
whoa, this is quite deep. It's like I can't afford to go this deep. It's like I'll never get anything. So I mean, I'm on normal difficulty for now, but I might have to sort of dumb it down just so I can sort of speed through a little bit to get into it. But I want to embrace what normal combat's like first before I can sort of speed it down to plow through it a bit more to experience it a lot more. But
I'm the same as you, Gray. I normally jump in a game and just sort of set it in normal difficulty and then batter on. But this was just like, so I've dropped it down to like the sort of entry level like difficulty level, because at the end of the day, like the combat is one part of it. There's it's obviously like something that's a core mechanic of the game, but the lore, the story is so in depth, and there is so much to get done. I cannot be like dragged all the way down with like having to go through like a dungeon and like dying, and then because of the type of game it is, you have to go back to the start of the dungeon type idea, and it's like I've not got the fucking. I want to like get into this game and find out how enjoyable it is, not have to worry about shit. I'm not going to make it through A to Z in this fucking dungeon type idea.
But I mean, that's the other side of it. I mean, as I said, the combat's one side of it. The rest of it's the exploration. That's kind of where the fun comes into it, because you get your kind of skill checks against certain things. So if there's traps, you have a skill check against your vision or something else. And sometimes it comes up with a visual prompt saying you have to beat 10, and then it rolls a dice of like the 20 dice. And then you've got some bonus factors because of your race. You get a +3 to your dice roll. And then it rolls it, and then if it's success, you might spot the trap or spot something going on. Or if you fail, you get hurt, usually, or something along those kind of lines. And those kind of things are interesting. So, like it says, you sense, some sort of ward, because I'm a warlock. You sense a ward around this canister that someone's trapped in. Do a check against it, and then he said, if you touch this, you could potentially be hurt. So it gives you kind of that kind of heads up. That's kind of cool, and kind of the exploration and the details of it around it. And that's kind of where the whole D&D sides come into it. A lot of different dice rolls that they've added into the game. So the outside of combat stuff, and there's so much stuff to pick up and find. I keep finding the occasion setting myself on fire because the ground's burnt, and I keep accidentally walking over fire, and it rinses your health quite quickly.
I haven't even started playing with you yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm in deep trouble because you don't start off with a lot of health, and walking over fire, you can just easily burn through your potions very quickly by and it's in the wrong place.
It's the same with like your skill moves that you can use, like how you use them, and then it's like you need to use like a quick rest before you can reuse them again. But it's not a mechanic I'm used to using. So like I like just like finish my battle and be like, right, cool, ready to go in my next battle. Go in my next battle and go, oh, shit, I have no fucking abilities to use because I haven't fucking rested.
So they've improved that. I mean, before you have to set up camp and all this other nonsense to do some sort of quick rest. This one, it's like an instant thing. You just open up the radial menu, select quick rest, and you get like half your hit points back. You restore some of your spells, and then you're kind of good to go. I assume the penalty is you lose some time during the day, because I said you can only do so many in a day.
I think you need to have. Is that a long rest or
before a long rest? You can only have so many quick rests before a long before the day.
And you need to have something in your. You need to have stuff in your inventory to do it. Like you need to have certain supplies.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure.
But that's the kind of thing. There's sort of there's a lot of different things to kind of wrap your head around before you can do that bit. But that's kind of as far as I kind of got into it. I'm on the beach. I've discovered the people. I've had a bit of a fight with the little demons that you a bit there and explored a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely reminds me of the kind of the Baldur's Gate. The story was always going to be amazing. The exploration is kind of fun. Combat still on the fence about. I need to it's still early days. So after I've sort of built up a better skill set and sorted out your party, because there's only kind of 2 of you at the moment, and so usually once you get a bigger party, you can start setting things about in motion. You have your tanks, your range fighters, and you start to mix and match it and start getting your battle strategy down quite easily, and then you can kind of let it do itself because you've got your strategy kind of down. But early on, you're not very powerful, and yeah. But
you got a massive dong, it's fine.
Yeah, swinging away. I know it's definitely swinging away. I didn't do a cyberpunk and made a mail with lady bits. But
yeah, there's always next time. I was watching especially because Pete played, and I went around to see him very quickly. And it definitely doesn't look like my sort of thing, but I do want to try it at the very least. And like I said, definitely in co-op and see if someone can pull me through.
So that's the thing. Yeah, it's one of those weird ones where I'm the same. Like, it's not my kind of go-to genre, but it's piqued my interest enough. And most of the times when a game of the year wins, I've gone and played it, and I've been actually, it deserves this win. Never really if I'd gone and played a game of the year that's won and gone, this is shit. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, so
it must have won for a reason, I suppose. But yeah,
that's it.
Good.
I say with me like Elden Ring last year. I played Elden Ring when it won. I was like, I'll give it a go. I found cheat code. Like a brilliant game. Nice. I got really angry with it, and then I stopped playing
it. Yeah. Well, yeah. So we look forward to a review of Baldur's Gate 3 up on xboxtavern.com at some point in the near future. I mean, it's a massive game, and it's a lot more to turn through. yeah. But yeah, definitely. Again, I forget if you mentioned already. Co-op? Do you have to wait to a certain point? Like, if I make my character, I'll just join you in.
I don't. Possibly after the initial intro bit, but it didn't say you couldn't. I didn't kind of try it.
It's after the tutorial bit.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be the bit that was after the ship.
After the ship's, or you're getting off the ship, because it was we need to get off get to the helm. I think it is. Yeah. I was able to add them at that point. That's when I tried it to test.
Oh, okay. I tried that. I think when I got to the beach. Or not the beach, but what I mean.
I did it still on the ship, so it was definitely possible at that point, and that freaked me out because when I added the controller in, it was like you can create your customized character, and it was like,
not the fucking chat,
not again.
And I suppose that you have to create a bodyguard for them as well. I was like, too much.
Delete the fucking
randomize.
It was default. I need to get this started.
I suppose a big part of the reason, obviously, it didn't come to Xbox straight away was the co-op. Like not working on Series S, like the split screen. So I suppose if it's that ingrained, you should better jump in relatively early. I'll make my character at some point. I'll install it later on. I'll make my character and then I'll join you for a little bit and see if we can fuck some shit up, and I'll see if I can set you on fire instead of the world doing it.
There is plenty of options to set people on fire. I'll give you that.
I mean, game of the year.
All I'm saying is, Grease is your friend.
I just went to set mine to install, and I was like, "Oh, cool, let's say install." I disappeared, and my Xbox all turned off. I was like, "Why is it all turned off for installing?" Went to press install again. Like, I need to clear space. Like, oh, for fuck's sake! I forgot to do this, and I was like, I haven't gone back to it yet. So I was like,
how big is that again? 100 gig?
130 something.
138.
Chunky boy.
Big old boy, yeah. But if it's, like I said, the original game was 5 discs worth. I'm not surprised that these things are quite loaded.
I think I had Halo installed. I uninstalled that. I was like, why is this installed?
But yeah,
it should always be
forward to getting
installed. I
back
started
into
playing a little bit of that the other day. I did some multiplayer. It's very good. Very good. I got my ass kicked, but it's good. It's good fun.
I think I
anyway,
had the idea of actually completing the campaign, and I went, "That was a good idea in my head," and then something else played.
well, we never did get around to the co-op campaign, did we? We never did get around to the co-op campaign. But
It was the fact that when the game launched and we were all bumming up and hyping it, and he was like, "I'll play it in the co-op campaign." Play the co-op campaign. He's still not done it yet.
Still not done it. Yeah. I think I got to that open world bit, and that was it. That's how far I got.
Well, they took their sweet time adding it, so I think you got a decent excuse not to have started it yet. But anyway, Ross, you got anything else you've been playing?
Just some Skyrim and some Remnant.
Nice. All right, I'll jump in very, very quickly. One more short indie game, which I believe will be quite a good addition to our sort of local gaming nights when we get together. Ian and Graham, I know obviously Ross, you're a little bit far away for our local game night. I'm sorry. A game called Make Way. It's basically Micro Machines, but you make the track as you play. So you get 4 players, and before you start driving, excuse me, everybody picks a track part, like a corner or a spiral or whatever, or an obstacle to go on the track as well. And then you all place it down. You got like 30 seconds, I think, to put it where you want it, but you can only obviously attach it to the existing track. So you basically just build it in order, and you sort of racing to put your part down depending on what is already there. Once everybody's put their bits down, you then start driving, and then that's when it turns into Micro Machines. So sort of top down. If you fall off of the screen, you're out, and then it's the first to the finish line, obviously. And then once you've had one round, you then go back. Everybody picks a new track part or new obstacle, puts them down, and then you start at the beginning again. You race the whole track you've made in the first round, as well as the parts you've just added. And then when you get to the end, pick more parts, etc., etc. It's the first of 3,000 points, and assuming you hit all the checkpoints and get to the finish line, you can rack up around about 500 points per race. So you can imagine how long the tracks get, or how complicated the tracks get, because you're having like 5, 6, 7 rounds where everybody's adding stuff to it. It's
interesting, though.
It's really fun. I mean, I've played mostly offline against bots because I got it before it was out, and I missed the window where they had people on like a scheduled time to play together. I've played a couple of online games, and it's just silly fun. Like, it doesn't really matter who puts what where, because there's no set track, so you're always making up just some random combination of, like I said, loops and spirals and jumps and twists and turns and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, it's just fun. Like, the handling of the cars, all the cars handled the same, and they kind of feel a bit like the N64, like 3D Micro Machines. So they're a bit floaty, but they're quite happy to sort of drift around corners and stuff. And there's weapons as well you can pick up along the way, so like hammers and guns and mines and rockets and stuff. And if you get knocked off the track, you respawn at the next checkpoint. So even if you fall off, you're only out of the race for like maybe 10 seconds at most, and then you're back in and you carry on, and then try and stay on for the rest of the race. You just don't get the points for the checkpoint where you come back on. And yeah, it's a weird concept. It's good. The only things I wasn't so keen on was, because you're making tracks that can be all sorts of fucking stupid shapes and sizes. The camera doesn't do a very good job of keeping up with it on like sharp corners. So, for example, if you've got like a straight, and then you got the spiral, and then you go straight into like a loop-de-loop, it sort of jerks around a bit too much, and you can't really keep up with what's going on or where you are. And the handling of the car seems to be tied to where, like the angle of the camera. So if the camera is sort of facing forwards and you turn left, and then the camera suddenly swings around to the other side, your car instantly, it feels like anyway, turns even more left somehow. And so you end up flying off the track because... does that make sense? It's a weird thing to try and explain, but yeah, it doesn't...
Can it not keep up, or is it just...
It keeps up, but because it suddenly changes direction, what was left to you is now even more left somehow, and so you'll sort of, instead of doing a nice drift around the corner, you'll suddenly find like the back end of your car kicks out and you end up steering even further than you wanted to. It might just be me, but that's what it happened enough to the point where I noticed it, where I thought something isn't quite right. And again, it's only on really tight sort of cornering moments. Like I said, if you've got a loop and a spiral all bundled together, because it's just, there's a lot going on. But yeah, the actual, when it works and when you're not randomly being thrown off, it's a lot of fun. And I think it would definitely be a good, like I said, a good local 4-player sort of game night one. And because again, you just making random tracks, it just gets very, very hectic, especially when people start adding in like barricades and Tesla coils and mines and stuff. It's very easy for everybody to just be fucking sent flying across the track, and crazy. But
again, installed then for maybe
Rumble. For the Royal Rumble, that's what I was thinking when we all meet up for that, hopefully. Definitely good. Like I said, there's online play and it's cross-platform as well. So I found maybe 3 games of online play, but there didn't seem to be too many people playing it. But that was on launch day, so I'm hoping that obviously more people will have picked it up in the week or so since it's been out. But yeah, enjoyable. And yeah, I'd like to play it as a group with some people where we can all shout and scream at each other in the same room. Especially as Graham lays fucking mines everywhere across the track and just fucks everyone up, because
that's the best way to do it.
You're damn right. Part of the fun. There's like an XP system where as you level up, you unlock more track parts and stuff. But I don't remember anyway seeing any sort of way to buy anything like that. So it's all just a case of playing through levels and unlocking more and more crazy shit. So yeah, good game. Good. So my review's up now on xboxtavern.com. You can check that bad boy out. And yeah, it'd be a good game. And I know it's sort of trite to say it, but it would be a good Game Pass game, I think, because obviously you need ideally like multiple players to play it. But yeah, nice. It's a good game. We should try it in person and report back late January. But yes, nice. Anyone else got anything they want to particularly bring up before we all fall asleep on this wonderful Xbox Tavern's Xpod Tavern, which we record each and every Sunday at 8 p.m.
Ish.
Sleepy-ish.
I made sure I wait for the other ish.
Nice.
I wanted a solo-ish.
So thank you very much. You've made this far. You're a fucking hero, as we like to say. Like I said, this has been a wonderful year. I've enjoyed this year's worth of Sunday recordings. We've had some laughs. We've had some good games talked about. We've had some bad games talked about. And we've had a good time all round, I think. So let's round off as we like to do. I've closed the document because for some reason having that window open was shit in the bed. So please remind me, even though we've done this for like 3 years now, Ross, things coming to Game Pass?
Things that come into Game Pass. We have. So still quite a lot to come, or still a few to come this month. I've had a few in the last week that I'll run through. So Clone Drone in the Danger Zone, Rise of the Tomb Raider, While Iron's Hot, World War Z Aftermath, they've all dropped on December 5th. Chivalry 2, Totally Reliable Delivery Service, both dropped on December 6th. Goat Simulator 3 dropped on December 7th. Against the Storm dropped on December 8th. And the 2 that we still have outstanding for the month are Tin Hearts, which is coming on December 12th. And rounding out the list is Far Cry 6 on December 14th.
Very exciting indeed. Very, very exciting indeed. But it's not all exciting news. Ian.
Whoa.
Hang on.
Pools of the week.
I was going to get to that. I was going to let him do the leaving and then end on a high with Graham's best pool.
Yeah, boss, calm down.
I get excited. Sorry.
Ian, please break our heart before Graham cheers us up again.
We've got 4 games leaving, and that is Rubber Bandits, Potion Craft, Alchemist Simulator, Ghost Song, and Chained Echoes. Nice.
Yeah, go check them bad boys up before they leave in a few days. I'm just looking up the list of reviews. We're gonna have the big moment at the end, Graham. Don't worry. Like I said, we've got reviews on XboxTavern.com. We've got like I said, make way of my reviews gone up there now. We've got the Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection from Corey. Jumanji Wild Adventures from Corey as well. And I think that's about it this week. It's been obviously end of the year. Everything's a bit quieter. Sorry, my mistake. We also had Graham's Novalands review go up earlier this week as well. So, go check them bad boys out on xboxtavern.com. Right, Graham?
Yes.
The moment we've all been waiting for. The final one of the year. What's your best pull?
I mean, it's slightly anticlimactic because there wasn't a pull that fit into my team, but the best pull I kind of got was an icon Hierro from Spain,
legend.
So quite beastly. I'm not sure he's going to fit into my team. Yeah, he's a bit of an old school kind of icon. But I suppose the best card I got that which did go into my team was they brought in a squad-based challenge for Adama Traore. And he's just like a super fast tank. That's nice to have. And they've kind of given him multiple positions, so he can play defender, midfielder, and striker. And so he's currently playing my right back because he's just like super fast and super strong. So he just barges down the wing with his super physicality and speed. And he's got the fast play style as well, so he can go that extra bit quicker as well. So the only thing he can't do is shoot, and shooting's a bit weak, but it's just fun watching him maraud down one side.
That's all I've seen from like the TikTok reviews of this card. It's like he takes a first touch and it's like 30 yards in front of them, but even if a defender gets near it first, he just like barges them clean out the way. And then it's like runs through on goal and then from 6 yards out puts it wide, and you're like, is this the most accurate SBC in the world? Super fast, super strong, absolutely shit as a striker.
So yeah, just for the fun, he's in my team just because it's just a fun card to play with.
Nice.
That was a slightly better pull than Hierro, but I mean Hiero's literally the highest one I managed to pull anyway out.
Very nice, very nice. That was I didn't think that was anticlimactic at all. I enjoyed that very much. Didn't understand a word you said, but very much enjoyed it. Right,
sports,
gentlemen. I think we're done. I think that's it before the three of us fucking pass out of old man syndrome. Thank you very much for joining me on Xbox Tavern's Xbox Tavern, which record each and every Sunday 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Almost each and every week, most weeks. We're off now. We're going to leave it until, what was it? Did you say earlier on? January 7th?
7th of January, yeah.
So we're going to take a few weeks off. We've got various, obviously, Christmas and various little holidays and stuff coming up, and obviously Ross is moving, etc., etc. So we're going to take a little hiatus. We'll still play some games. We'll be back.
Are we going to do the 7th of January as the new feature?
We might very well do. We'll discuss and we'll share again changes to Project Game Pass. We'll share them. I might put a little post up on the website about it as well. Yeah, we'll be back. I hope everybody has a lovely Christmas and lovely New Year.
Thank you.
Keep safe.
Very much for listening to us. If like I said, if you stuck with us throughout the whole year, or even if you just started today, thank you very much. Appreciate it, and I hope you found some sort of enjoyment out of whatever rambling we had over the course of the last 52 weeks. And we'll be back to chat more shit. Hashtag be nice, you cunts, in the new year. Good night, farewell. I'm going to bed. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good farewell. Good Merry Christmas.
Good Merry Christmas.
No music today.